Today I am making a dill and lemon chicken sauce. I'm going to start by measuring out the spices, and then I'm going to set them aside and move on to the rest of the meal. After measuring out the spices, I'm going to zest a couple of lemons and then juice them. And I'm going to set the zest and the juice in a bowl off to the side. And then I will add additional lemon juice and chicken stock to it and set it off so that I can work on the vegetables and the chicken for dinner. With all of the simple stuff out of the way, I need to start prepping the veggies. I'm going to dice up my onion. This was a half of a massive onion from the Foodbank, and I'm going to dice up a pepper. The pepper was mostly just for the color and a little bit of additional flavor. Honestly, I would actually recommend doing this with garlic. Unfortunately, due to allergies, I can't do that, so there it is. The next step is to dice up the chicken. These were the chicken tenders that we got from the Foodbank. I did actually have to clean some of them out as there were some pieces in it that weren't quite edible. But it's a fairly simple process, and you just cut it into bite-sized pieces. Once this is done, I'm going to heat up some oil in a pan, and then I'm going to add the chicken to it and let the chicken pan-sear for just a couple of minutes until it gets a nice browning on it. At that point, once I've got the browning done, I will add the veggies and let them cook until they are ready to go. If you are adding garlic to this recipe, I would add it just before you add the rest of the veggies and give it a little bit of time to brown to give you that good flavor. Once the veggies have been added and cooked, I'm going to go ahead and add the spices and liquid mix that I put together and set off to the side earlier. Stir it up, and I'm going to bring the whole thing to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to add the corn slurry, which is 3 tablespoons of cornstarch mixed with 3 tablespoons of water. Bring it back to a boil, let it start to thicken, turn the heat off, and then add about a tablespoon of butter. Now this works just as well with margarine or similar fatty items you have on hand, but it is nice to give it a little bit of an extra oomph to the flavor. This is a simple and delicious meal. It can just as easily be made using flour and butter instead of cornstarch. Adding garlic is definitely recommended. You can also do it with chicken, shrimp, or pork. Unfortunately, I was so hungry by the time I got done that I forgot to get a photo of the finished product. If you like this recipe, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video. Thank you very much, and have a great meal.